An international peace group says Israeli naval forces fired warning shots at a Malaysian ship. The MV Finch was heading for Gaza with materials to help rebuild its sewage system. The group says the Israeli Navy forced the aid ship to retreat to Egyptian waters. Israel says its forces fired shots into the air because the ship did not respond after being contacted. Well, separately, the UN is calling for restraint on all sides after clashes between pro-Palestinian demonstrators and government forces along Israel's borders left at least 12 people dead. Confrontations between protesters and police also erupted outside the Israeli embassy in Cairo. It happened on what Palestinians call Nakba Day, when Arabs mourned the founding of Israel in 1948. CNN's Kevin Flower joins us now live on the line from our Jerusalem bureau with both these stories. And Kevin, let's first of all begin with this, the MV Finch being forced to retreat into Egyptian waters. What happened?
Well, what we know, Manita, is that a small ship was intercepted by the Israeli Navy early this morning. And as you mentioned, warning shots were fired across its bow, as it tried to make its way to the Gaza Strip, leading from the Egyptian port of Al Arish. Now, according to the activist crew on board the ship, which is a Moldovan flagship, they were trying to break the Israeli naval blockade of the Gaza Strip, which, of course, Israel says it maintains to stop the transfer of weapons to militants operating in the Gaza Strip. Now, the crew said that the ship was actually in international waters when the Israelis intercepted it. Of course, and the Israelis are maintaining that it had come into Israeli territorial waters. So all of this is somewhat striking because this comes almost a year after the date of the very tragic flotilla of ships that tried to make it to the Gaza Strip last May, in which a number of Turkish and Turkish-American activists were killed as Israeli naval commandos stormed those ships, trying to prevent them from going to the Gaza Strip. It also comes as there are plans afoot for a new flotilla in the third week of June, multiple ships making their way to the Gaza Strip to try and break that naval blockade of Gaza, Manita.
Yeah, just adding to that, Kevin, I mean, as a result of that flotilla and the tragedy that ensued from what happened last year, we had thought that, I guess Israel had said that they were loosening their grip on that area, as ships were, I guess when it comes to humanitarian goods, heading into Gaza. What happened?
Well, in fact, Israel has, following the consequences of the fallout of the flotilla last year, was that Israel came under a great deal of pressure about its blockade of the Gaza Strip. So, in fact, a number of regulations, a lot of restrictions were lifted. So there are more goods and more types of goods that are able to go across Israeli land crossings, but that did not apply in any way, shape, or form to the naval blockade that has been in place on the Gaza Strip. Israel still allows no ships to cross. It also allows no air traffic, of course, foreign air traffic over the Gaza Strip. It fully controls air and the water around the Gaza Strip, Anita.
All right, Kevin Flower in Jerusalem, thank you. This is World One live from London. Coming up.